Hello, good morning. We're on the road, and I'm outside of probably one of the most idolatrous places in North America, Walmart, the bastion of money over morality. But that's just where we stop. We just ate at Cracker Barrel. And so this morning's devotion was about obedience again. But it put it really nicely, and it was yakking about that kind of when you're in any sort of a spiritual muddle or a fog or a darkness or a time of uncertainty, that similar to the ethos espoused by outlaws in the Old West, which I guess would be shoot first, ask questions later, in moments of blindness in the spiritual realm, obey first, ask questions later. Kind of employing, I was thinking about it like employing that hindsight is 20/20 ethos. So then your vision is always clear. So when your vision is not clear, then get through it and then judge it out, figure it out afterwards, and be like, oh, now I can reason out what had happened and what steps I took and how I got out of it. But I guess it's actually an extrapolation or a clarification of my thinking that I was this whole like one foot in front of the other thing instead of light at the end of the tunnel thinking, but those one foot in front of the other aren't always just a simple step. Sometimes they can be just a time of naked obedience. So if you in that time are getting if I in that time am getting any nudges from my Creator, from my Savior, then it's really go ahead and time to do that nudge, even if I'm like, oh no, I thought that nudge was for when I had this in order or this in order. If I'm getting any nudges and I'm in spiritual darkness or blindness or confusion, what more do I need, really, right? So I gotta keep my eyes peeled for those. And then there's also just ways and means to obey. Kind of the same thing I learned, just maybe in a more grand or eternal scale. Like anytime you are struggling with yourself or inside yourself, or like just feeling less than or confused or scared or just so wrapped up in your own gnarly juices, then often the best thing is to just run and do something for someone else. Go and be a servant. Go wash a foot, rub a back, send a get well e-card, I don't know. And then oftentimes you'll find all your selfish nasty will be gone in the time it took you to do that thing. Just because all you need to do is just take that impetus and launch out of your selfishness. Because I feel like, for me anyway, most times of spiritual muddle or darkness or confusion come from that selfishness, that like what's going on with me. Very infrequently is my spiritual muddle about other people. Oh man, I really don't know what's going on. This person, how do I deal with it? And you know what, it should be that really, let's hope I soon get to a point where that is my trouble. Because man, getting troubled again, the whole spiritual realm just becomes yet another reason for one to think about oneself. And it's really supposed to be quite the opposite. It's an opportunity to obey and to think about not oneself, but one's higher purpose as dictated by divinity. And there's a delicious liberation in just raw obedience. It is twinning yourself to that childlike nature. So in darkness, just do what you're supposed to do first. Figure it out later. This is Brendan McNamara signing off from Walmart.